All right, welcome back to JonesyCast. I'm Jonesy. This is the cast. Hey, please like and subscribe if you would like to subscribe. If not, that's cool too. Let's get into it. We are on dating advice. User Clout Computing. Hey, I like that username, bro. That's dope. It is kind of square. It's cool though. All right, how can I go from square to seductive in my conversations? I've read the post. If any other viewers want to see the post, click the link in the description. So here's the deal, man. You essentially want to be more attractive in conversation. Here is how you do that. Practice. Okay. You're 25, which means I would not expect a young man at 25. I'm 34 right now. I would not expect a young man at 25 to be able to understand social cues and be able to control situations to the degree that he can pick up a girl or get a number, right? And I did like the thing that, so you went to a social event and you didn't want to run game in public. That's great. And then you've said down the bottom, it was really a friend zone festival. Well, there's your answer. So first of all, you have to choose your hunting ground. I had a lot of success in dating apps and going into restaurants and bars and shit with young ladies, because it's one-on-one. And the context is not a context of friendship. The context is a context of possible romance, right? So you've got to initially get that setting in place. There's no point trying to be a hunter in a field full of shepherds, if you know what I mean. Because there's no point trying to be a wolf because all the shepherds are going to kick you out, right? If you're going to be a wolf, you got to get into the forest, right? And that is bars and pubs and shit, like public places, so that you can make sure that everything's above board. But the truth is that the setting wasn't the best. Now, after the setting, you've got your character. The thing is, there's an old saying that goes, if you are interested, you are interesting. What happens is when you ask a girl a question and she answers that question, you're taking the time to make the time about her. And then she gets to talk about her, which she wants to do, because everyone wants to talk about them, right? Just in the right setting for them. Then what happens is she will at some point have the thought, hey, I'm telling this dude all about me, but I don't know anything about him. So then that opens up the door to her asking you questions. What I tended to do, I've got a girlfriend now, 2 years with her. What I tended to do when I was in the dating game, I would ask a question, and then I would ask a question off the answer to the first question. And then I would ask a question off the first answer to the question, off the first answer to the question. And you can layer that as many times as you want, right? And you've only asked her one initial question. There's so many more subjects to get into after that. So there's a whole lot of material that she's going to tell you on one subject. And then you've still got all that time to fill with other subjects, right? What that will do is that will alert a girl to the fact that you're interested in them, right? Interested in her. The other thing is that you have to be okay with failure. You have to be okay with just going in, completely messing a conversation up, getting a glass of wine thrown in your face. She goes home, you go home, you play PlayStation, get back on Tinder and try again and try to make it right this time and try to do it right this time, right? The one thing that a lot of guys, especially these days, because they don't have to go out, because there's not so much pressure to get married, there's not so much pressure to, go dating from our parents and all that kind of thing. Men are just going MGTOW and they're just ditching women. And I mean, I understand why some do, but most of them they just don't want to play the game. Dating is a numbers game, right? And the truth is, just like sales, if you get enough people in front of you, you're gonna find one that is suitable enough. But you have to be willing to kiss some frogs before you get the princess, right? If you're comfortable with asking questions and genuinely caring about the answers, a woman can tell real quick whether or not you have an ulterior motive. And the reason they can is because evolution has made them that way. They are the gatekeepers. If we were the gatekeepers, there'd be 30 billion people because we're fucking idiots, right? But they are the gatekeepers. And so they've evolved to really pick when a guy's talking shit and when a guy is not being genuine. If you're okay with that and you're okay with failure, because failure is a part of success, they are not opposites. They are right next door to each other, right? And the other thing is, just on this thing, all I could do was talk to them as if I was their grandpa. I need to figure out a way to get out of this. I don't mind having dry business-like conversations, but I don't think it's going to get me dates or build attraction. Okay, so the way you do that is, again, you have to practice talking to women, and then you figure out slowly or quickly, depending on how switched on you are, what gets results and what doesn't. And then you put the results getting questions and things to say in your repertoire, and you ditch the ones that don't work. All right, it's just simple elimination. But the other thing is, you can't be friendly. Don't be friendly. I'm not friendly. I'll tell you what I think. And if you don't like it, okay, you don't like it. But I'll never lie to you. I'll always be honest with you. I will always try to tell you the truth as I see it. People appreciate that a lot more than they do just some guy being nice. Don't be nice, right? Don't be friendly. Like, I would advise you to, if you don't do martial arts, do martial arts. If you don't understand what it is, if you don't understand what danger is, and you don't understand how to emulate that, what women want is confidence, competence, genuine character, and a little bit of danger. Women want a little bit of danger about them. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go in and, right, I'm a dangerous cunt. Who wants to date me? But what it does mean is that you can't be predictable. Romance is defined as the unpredictable, right? Love is very predictable. Love is consistent. Love is not unpredictable. Romance is unpredictable. Romance is when you get your missus a bunch of flowers and she didn't expect it. Romance is when you cook your missus dinner and she didn't expect it. Romance is when you leave notes on the door in the morning and she didn't expect it, right? So do that. Just integrate these things into your life. And I reckon that after a while, man, I mean, you're 25, so you've got time to make mistakes. Here's what I would do if I was you. I would set aside the next 5 years of your life to just go out and make mistakes, man. Just go out and just make mistakes. Get on Tinder, get on Bumble, get on all that shit. Even if you don't like it, because what it'll do is it'll put you in front of women, and that will allow you to understand how women work. Men are diverse, but we all have certain characteristics, right, that are similar. So women can learn to understand the way a man works. Then on top of that, you have to get to know the individual, but you don't have to do that until you get an individual, until you get a girlfriend. Then you start learning about her. But in general, at the moment, what you need to do is just set aside maybe 3 years, 5 years of just going out, kissing some frogs, and then finding that princess and going, hey, let's fucking stay together, right? I hope this video helps, man, and good luck.